Here is Mr. Loong from the People's Action Party.
Good evening. Tomorrow, you will go to the polls. Your vote will decide your future and your children's future. You'll be choosing whom to entrust to lead Singapore forward. There are immediate problems on everyone's minds, like the cost of living and housing. The PAP is dealing with them. We'll see to the needs of all segments of society, whether you're married or single, a student or an elderly retiree, a low-income worker or a middle-class professional. We promise that young couples can afford and can own their own HDB homes. We are building more flats than ever to meet the higher demand. The queues for new flats are getting shorter and resale prices are starting to stabilize. We'll be reviewing the HDB income ceiling of $8,000. I know many middle-class families are anxious about exceeding this ceiling, as they may not be able to afford private property, especially young professional couples. We are also addressing other major priorities of Singaporeans as we build for the future. Our schools will develop in our children inquiring minds and a zest for life. Every school must be a good school so that every child receives a high-quality education and students and parents have many choices of schools, courses and careers. We are nearly there. We are building new hospitals and training many more doctors and nurses to deliver good, affordable health care to you. Seniors will benefit from this, and so will the families looking after elderly parents. We will make sure that they are well taken care of through MediSave, MediShield and MediFund. We will make Singapore a city with one of the best living environments in the world for its citizens. We are now widely recognized internationally as a place that is safe, vibrant and full of life. But we can do much more, both for ourselves and visitors. We are upgrading our housing estates and making ours an island abundant with beautiful greenery and lakes. To afford all these plans, we are growing our economy, attracting new investments and creating better jobs. And we are helping Singaporeans to develop new skills and to take on these jobs, so that you can uplift your lives and your families through your own efforts. On the whole, Singapore has done very well. In a few decades, we've gone from third world to first. In the last 5 years, we've come through an enormous tsunami, the global economic crisis, without damage and indeed emerged stronger. We've done well by being different from others, a united people, even with our different races and religions. Efficient, with hard-working people, capable government and modern infrastructure. And adaptable, changing our economy and our way of doing things each time the world changes, so that we stay relevant to others and can make a living for Singapore and Singaporeans. Our exceptional performance is the result of not just the government's efforts, but the hard work and commitment of all Singaporeans. It has not been easy for families and households to adjust again and again to new realities, making changes in their jobs and way of life, especially in recent years. But because Singaporeans have done so, we've made progress together. I thank all of you for this. Our future is promising, but the international outlook is uncertain. According to the president of the World Bank, Bob Zoellick, the world economy is one shock away from a full-blown crisis. In terms of security, the death of Osama bin Laden has made the world a little safer, but we must be on guard for revenge attacks. And Southeast Asia remains a dangerous place, with terrorist groups active in neighboring countries. These dangers make it all the more important for us to stay together and to have competent and honest leadership. Our political system helps us to unite and overcome challenges. It produces governments with a clear mandate to act decisively, whether steering Singapore safely through storms or seizing opportunities to prosper. But it's a system which gives space to alternative voices. Whatever the election outcome, in the next Parliament, there will be 9 nominated MPs and at least 9 MPs from the opposition, either elected MPs or non-constituency MPs. Views and issues will be fully aired and debated in Parliament so that we can find the best solutions for Singapore. Elections are a time to renew the compact between the people and the government. You've trusted and supported successive PAP governments for 50 years. The PAP has always upheld this trust. But the party has also changed with the times. We've renewed the PAP team, updated our policies, and progressively changed our approach to government. Today, younger, better educated citizens are much more active in public life, participating in many roles to change Singapore for the better. Rightfully, they want to be engaged and persuaded and to make more decisions for themselves. This is the way for us to go in the new Singapore that we have created. Many young Singaporeans will be voting for the first time. I know you're taking your decision seriously and studying the merits of the different candidates, parties and programs. It's right that you do so. Singapore is yours. It's yours to inherit, build upon, and shape to your vision and dreams. You carry all our hopes for Singapore's future, and I'm confident that you will make a considered choice. Likewise, older Singaporeans too are considering their vote carefully. What it means, not just for themselves, but for their families and their children. For all voters, tomorrow you'll be choosing not just your MP, but also the next government to take Singapore forward. Please vote for the party and candidates which will keep Singapore safe and prospering in an uncertain world. Please vote for the team which will care for you, help solve your problems, and work with you to achieve the best for Singapore. Please vote for the PAP.